When somebody asks you what beauty means to you, what your definition of beauty is, what's the first thing that comes to mind? For most of us, the first thing that comes to mind is beautiful women. Skinny figures, beautiful makeup, flawless complexion, beautiful eyes, gorgeous hair. But if you look a little bit deeper, if you second guess that first instinct to go right to that, you'll find your true meaning for what beauty means to you. And for all of us, it's different. It's different for each individual. And that's what I want to talk about today. Hey guys, so I am doing a What Does Beauty Mean to Me video today, and I am doing it in collaboration with a very good friend of mine, Chelsey. I've talked about Chelsey before. She was one of the people that was a true viewer who is starting to make videos about the problems with YouTube, and she is so courageous, and she's just so strong, and she stood up and she voiced her opinion as a viewer and has now become a YouTube creator within that, and it's just so inspiring to me. So I wanted to collab with her on what we believe the true meaning of beauty is, and it took me a while. I had to actually sit down, think about it. I discussed it with Chelsey. I mean, I went back and forth, and I think I might have found what I believe beauty really is. So after you're done watching this, head over to Chelsey's video and check out what she believes the true meaning of beauty is. She's an amazing individual, and I know that if you guys like real, honest, and just down-to-earth YouTubers, you are going to love her. So make sure you check out her video when you're done watching this, and let's just get right into this. So what does beauty mean to you? Beauty can mean so many different things to each of us. You know, it can be very conflicting for a lot of people. It does bring on a lot of conflict as to people going back and forth as to, no, this is beautiful, no, this is beautiful, no, this is beautiful, when no one person is right or wrong. There's a huge fear of not being the norm, not being quite right, not following the fashion trends, not being what everybody in society expects you to be. People are so scared to not be that image of beautiful, of being what's in beauty, whatever that might be. People these days are just being bombarded with images in magazines, on TV, on the internet, of what you're supposed to look like, what is beautiful and what's not beautiful. And at that point, it makes a lot of younger people, especially, but I mean, it's not disconnected from older people as well, that you have to conform in order to be beautiful. You know, in businesses, a lot of women will down their beauty just to be able to be taken seriously, because a beautiful woman cannot be taken seriously these days. You know, you work in a law office, you work in a court system, you know, you work at a doctor's even, and if you look a certain way that is deemed beautiful, a lot of people will deem you as less educated, less intelligent, and less worthy of respect. You know, I've noticed a lot more people are trying so hard to conform to what is society's version of beautiful. People are spending more and more money on fashion and cosmetics and surgery just to be what they think everybody else sees as beautiful, but it's not bringing any kind of fulfillment to anybody. And it's not bringing any kind of fulfillment to anybody because that's not what you think is beautiful. That's what everybody else thinks is beautiful. And it's constantly changing. It changes with seasons. It changes week by week. It changes, you know, annually. It changes just quarterly. It changes all the time. And people are trying to run and grasp and catch up and just be what everybody else deems as beautiful. But when you look in the mirror, do you feel beautiful? Or do you look at a canvas that just constantly needs to be changed so other people see you as beautiful? How we feel deep down inside is the root to our true radiance. It's the root to our true beauty. And you can't be happy unless you look in the mirror and you see that radiance, you see that beauty, and you know and feel that greatness inside of you, that you are a beautiful individual no matter what society or anybody around you thinks. That is where you're going to find your happiness, and that is where you're going to find your fulfillment. You know, past conditioning is a huge factor in how we see ourselves today. When you're younger, I mean, this starts at a very young age where you're starting to be conditioned to think that a certain body type, a certain skin color, certain hair type, you know, a certain fullness of your lips, a certain fullness of your breast, a certain fullness of your ass is what is acceptable, and nothing else is acceptable. And when you grow up, you try to form yourself into what everybody else is thinking is beautiful. You're leaving and neglecting yourself behind. Whether you're overweight, you're pale, you're aging, you're skinny, you're fat, you all are judged at such a young age to think that none of that is acceptable. Our biggest veil or inner critic is always telling us that we are not right, that we are not beautiful, that we need to change. We are constantly comparing and rejecting our own bodies. And we do that because we have a deep desire to be loved. It's just the human condition. You want to be loved. You want people to see you as beautiful. You want to be desired. Now, you may say, that you don't criticize your own body, that you love yourself, that that's not what's going on, but there are all different types of critics within us. The first one would be perfectionist, which wants to fit into the standard of beauty. The next one is the comparer, the one that looks at everybody else and sizes themselves up to what they think is beautiful. And the last one is the protector, the person that may have weight issues or has been neglected or abused in the past and just recedes inside of themselves and loses their true radiance. We need to fall in love with ourselves. We need to look in the mirror and be in love with who we see. We need to desire that person that we see looking back at us every day. What we believe about ourselves is what others will believe about us too. When you walk around in public and you're insecure, you're anxious, you're receding inside of yourself, you're not confident, others see that and they treat you and play off that just as easily as you project it. Now, even if you are anxious, even if you feel down about how you look, if you're unhappy, if you're self-conscious, and you walk into a room and you're smiling, your chin is up, your shoulders are back, you are walking with such confidence, you're projecting that confidence, people will see that. They will attach to that. They will look at you and they'll say, oh my gosh, she's beautiful, she's confident, she's so secure. You project it, people see it. Some women aren't physically attractive, but it's all in their attitude. It's all in their personality. If they come off as confident, happy, positive, they have this magnetic attraction that people will gravitate towards. It's like in the past, my exes are not always that great looking. But I got to know them, and I got to know the beauty inside of them and the good inside of them, and they just became so attractive to me, even though they physically were not attractive. The key component is just the right relationship with your body. You have to do that. You have to have a very close, intimate, loving relationship with your body, with yourself, with your mind, and with your heart. You have to connect with your own inner beauty and just walk with radiance. And that is what's going to help you. You have to dig deep inside of yourself and think, what is beauty to me? What do I think about? Whether it's a sunset or a sunrise, or it's watching your children play, or it's spending time with your husband, dancing together, having an intimate dinner, whether it's seeing the leaves in the fall or the snow on the mountains, whatever it may be that gives you that feeling of beautifulness, you need to bring that to the outside into yourself. You need to look at yourself and say, what gives me that same feeling about myself? Because no matter who you are, there is something about yourself that you will look at, whether it's even just inside in your personality or it's outside, and it's just one thing. You will see that beauty within yourself, and then you'll start noticing that everything that you picked apart just kind of falls away, and you start accepting every flaw that you thought you had, and it doesn't turn into a flaw. It turns into a beautiful piece of you that makes you so unique and so gorgeous and just so precious. And you start to feel that inner beauty, and you start to feel that radiance, and it's life changing. Now, I think this is something that we all struggle with, and it's a day-to-day learning thing. You don't learn this in a day. You don't learn this in a year. This takes a long time to see the beauty within yourself, or it takes a very traumatic event, or it takes a lot of therapy. There are a lot of options out there to find the inner beauty of yourself. But for me, it's a day-to-day struggle. It is. But what I gain my strength from is my family. No matter what society says is beautiful, My husband and my children love me for who I am. Makeup, no makeup, overweight, not overweight. They've seen me in all aspects of my life, all forms of my body, and they love me for who I am. So when I start to feel down on myself and I start to feel like I'm not what society deems acceptable, I go to my family and they give me that strength. They stand me back up. They make me feel that radiance inside of me again. And it lets me move forward. When I look in the mirror, the first thing that I do is go to the negative. And every time I do that, I say, stop. Pick out something that you love about yourself and go from there. And once I do it with one thing, all the rest just is kind of downhill, you know? Like, I like my eyes, I love my lips, and then I just keep going and going and going. And before you know it, you've pretty much picked out every part of yourself. Now, when you start picking out things that you don't deem as beautiful, you need to stop and ask yourself, why? Why do I feel that that's not beautiful? If it's any other reason except for the fact that it makes you unhappy, it's not a good enough reason. The first answer to most of your questions like that will be because society has deemed it not beautiful. You know, because at first I was like, I'm really down about myself being overweight. And then I asked myself, why? Unless it's for a health reason, any other answer is not acceptable. Any other answer is the conditioning that I got while I was younger, the conditioning that I get every day on YouTube, the conditioning that I get every day on social media out in the world, that me being overweight is not acceptable. But it is. It is acceptable. As long as I'm healthy and I'm happy and my family loves me, it's beautiful, and that's all that matters. Inner beauty to me is joy, is love, is radiance, is happiness. And that's all that matters. No matter what you look like, no matter what your skin color is, no matter what hair type you have, no matter how much you weigh, you are beautiful in your own way. We would not have been made so uniquely different from each other if we weren't supposed to be so different from each other. There can never be one thing that is deemed beautiful. It's not right. Yes, we as humans in society can do that to each other, but most of us know it's not right. If we were all supposed to look one way, we would have been made one way. My inner beauty comes from my children.
I love you, Mommy. I love you, Mommy.
You know, like, they helped me have the body that I have. And although it may not be acceptable to some of you, it's acceptable to me. My inner beauty comes from my husband, who loves me no matter what I look like because he loves what's inside of me, not what's on the outside. And that makes me confident every day. And my inner beauty comes from you. You all bring me up. Your happiness, your joy, your comments, everything that you guys do for me makes me a confident person that when I look in the mirror, I say, there are hundreds of people out there rooting for you, hundreds of people out there that love you, hundreds of people out there that support you. And it gives me the confidence to sit here every day and film for you guys and feel that confidence and feel that beauty. Even if on days I don't feel beautiful on the outside, you guys make me feel beautiful on the inside. And it's so much better than ever feeling beautiful on the outside. And I have to thank you guys so much because you're a huge, huge part of where my beauty comes from. Beauty is not just makeup. It allows a lot of us to feel better on the inside, but it's temporary. If you want that concrete, that permanent, that self-secureness of being beautiful day in, day out, every second, it comes from within, you guys. It comes from right here. You have to look within yourself and not even think about what any other person thinks of you. You have to think about what you think about yourself. You need to start changing that in your mind. And once you get there, it's such a release. It's like 1,000-pound weight off your shoulders, and you'll view life so much differently than you ever have. Just know that you're beautiful no matter what you look like, no matter where you were raised, no matter how much money you have, no matter what you're working with, no matter. You are beautiful inside and out. Now, society might not deem you beautiful, but you never know. In 5 years, you just might be what's trending next. As long as you know you're beautiful and you're confident and you're happy, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And while it may be a long road to get there, I'm still getting there myself. We can all do it together. We just need to know that we do not need to conform to what society deems as beautiful. We don't ever have to do that. You need to know that we are all uniquely beautiful in our own way. Each individual gives a sliver of something gorgeous to this world, and we need you. Each and every single one of you is needed and so vital to make this world what it is, to make the uniqueness and the beautifulness that this world delivers every single day comes from every single one of us. So I want you guys to leave me a comment down below and tell me just one thing about yourself that you deem as beautiful. What is the meaning of beauty to you? I would really love to know that, you guys. I really love to read those. I love reading what people think is just what their meaning of beauty is, what they think is beautiful about themselves. It's so uplifting. It's so positive. So I want to thank Chelsey for collabing with me. It is such an honor because I absolutely love her. Go over and check out her channel, check out her video. I am so excited to see what her meaning of beauty is. And leave me a comment, guys. I really want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you think about this. The most beautiful thing that can ever happen is you loving yourself. Remember that. So yeah, that is my true meaning of beauty, and I hope that I inspire you guys, and I hope that you guys decide to just delve deep inside of yourself and find that true inner beauty, because it is just so releasing. And so yeah, this is the end of my video. Make sure you head over and check out Chelsey's video. She is amazing. I will leave it down in the description box, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.